All right. Interesting. There's a plugin in my OBS now that says VOD audio for soundtrack by Twitch. I don't know that that's working because it was telling me that I have the wrong version of OBS, even though I have the most recent version of OBS. Interesting. Hopefully they figured that one out. Anyways, let's go check out this alleyway. Oh, this is a cutscene.
When's the last time somebody picked up the garbage? Smells like moldy caramel popcorn and bingo cherry cola. Disgusting.
I didn't even do my lights today. Look at me forgetting things. Again. There. Now the scene looks better. Maybe a little dark, but No. Okay.
It's a mountain of garbage.
A mountain of garbage. Would you call it trash?
It's filled with a bunch of dry rags, newspapers, and a half-empty oil can. Can anybody say extreme fire hazard?
I can. It's a little arson to warm things up, you know.
All right, somebody's coming.
Oops.
Hell's blazes, we got us a fire.
It's a bar. Wait a minute, what?
There's no doorknob. It's impossible to open it from this side.
You didn't... What are you doing? What in the... So apparently if you click on the fire door with a sticky candy, April Ryan does a bunch of twirls. Beautiful.
It reminds me of something, but I just can't put my finger on it. I feel an uncontrollable urge to raise my hands, though. The shadow's being cast by those garbage bags.
Okay. Put the hat on it?
Pretty convincing, if I have to say so myself. All right, somebody's coming.
Hell's blazes, we got us a fire.
Okay. Well, that didn't seem to do everything I had hoped.
It's a mountain of garbage.
Yeah.
It's a fire alarm and a smoke detector. They must be really paranoid about fires in this place.
Usually, you know. Usually not good to have a fire in a movie theater.
It's locked. It's a fuse box. Green ooze.
Can I make another gross candy? No. I wonder what I need now. To So you set it on fire, but then what? Do you hang something from the light? Oh, we got winning again. Awesome. No, she's still going. Still going. Okay, so what of these items combines in some meaningful way? Or does none of it? A very confusing phone call. Okay, come on, click into the... There you go. Sometimes the games just don't do the thing. No. What items combine here? Or do any of these items combine? Alright, let's leave. We'll come back. I really have no idea.
I think he's selling something. This guy's the reason they invented the phrase hitting the bottle. And he's hitting it hard. Well, at least he's not doing anything.
Okay. Anything changed by the elevators, or am I going back on the subway to look around everywhere else? Yeah, nothing's changed there. Alright. We get some more bread sprinkling on inflatable ducks. That would be, you know, right on par for this game.
That's Zach's room. I've never been in there, and I pray I never will. Nobody home.
Doubt anybody's in my apartment. Excuse me. Ugh. Some of these transitions are just kind of slow. I don't know. I feel like looking at a hint guide isn't the end of the world at this game because, like, wait.
Kind of unsettling to be so aware of myself all the time.
I can just sit on a bench and look around.
It would be great to take a few hours out just to sit here and watch life pass by.
What?
But duty calls.
Right. Yeah, that would be correct. Someone tried to call me from work. I got a message saying that they were unable to connect me. Yeah, that's because my phone shuts off at 3 o'clock. Those who really need to reach out to me have my personal cell number, not my Google Voice number. Is Charlie getting different discussion options?
Bye, Charlie.
Nope, he does not.
Later.
Anybody on the other side of the bar? I'm gonna go look at a hint, because I don't think we're getting anywhere here. I haven't seen any other items. Longest journey hints. There's the site. How do I get into the cinema? Oh my gosh. By starting a fire. Okay, I did the hat. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It...
It's Constable Guybrush.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey!
Mildly amusing, but irritating as hell. I'll shut him up now.
Yeah. That's what I need to do. Oh boy. Bing, boom. All aboard the Metro Express.
Sleeping surprise. What? I like my outfit.
Get
It's
into the
inexpensive.
train. Get into the train, April. Alright, so... Wind up monkey toy. I looked at it before. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do with this stupid thing. Alright, so we're gonna take the wind up monkey toy. Here? Anywhere?
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance! Dance! Do the monkey!
This would probably work a lot better if I opened the can first.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance!
Alright, somebody's coming.
Dance!
Hell's blazes, we got us a fire. Now, where's that voice coming from?
Yeah, you!
Show yourself.
Hands up! Spread your legs!
All right there, mister. Just don't you fire that gun now, you hear? I'm sorry I chased you earlier. Freddy will do the monkey for you right now if that's what you want, He'll do the monkey until you ask him to stop, I reckon,
Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey! Dance!
can't deal with how silly that is.
I knew you would come, sooner or later. There's no way out of here. Did you know that? There's no way out of Victor Hotel. All exits they just lead back inside.
You have no idea what I went through to find you. First,
Do you like movies?
sure, who doesn't? Wait a second. I was trying to tell you that...
I don't much like modern movies myself. They're either too loud and expensive or too obscure and self-indulgent. But old movies, really old movies, have a charm and a simplicity that appeals to me.
Listen, please don't interrupt me again. It's starting to piss me off.
But I have never interrupted you, unless I've had something important to say, of course. But go ahead. What is it you wanted to talk about?
Why did you make me search all over the city for you?
Search for me? I've been here for hours, señorita. I haven't moved. The question ought to be, what made you go out of your way to find me?
Not in here. Not like this.
We agreed to meet this morning, remember?
Who is it?
As I remember it, there was no agreement. I said tomorrow, but you refused. I assumed you weren't interested.
I knew you would come.
I apologize for making myself unavailable, however.
There's no way
Don't
out of
give
here.
me that.
You know that.
You wanted me to come looking for you
Way
again.
out of Victor Hotel.
Actually, no,
All exits
I had to lay low for a few hours.
they just lead back inside.
Does it have anything to do with the cop that was staking this place out?
Yeah. So it was a good thing I didn't stick my head out the door to look for you then, no?
He's gone
He said
now.
C.
Are you in some kind of
What?
trouble with the police? Wait, don't tell me. Immigration.
Getting closer.
No, señorita.
They will be
Not the police. There are bigger players than the police.
I don't want to know. I'm not getting mixed up with the mob or gangs or anything like that.
Why be happy?
There's not much you want to be mixed up in at all, is there?
Because we're both gonna
My life's
die.
complicated enough as it is, Mr. Cortez. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Answers.
We
You
can walk
want,
out of here.
you
Go our different
need
ways. Forget about Victor
answers.
Hotel and-
You keep telling me that, but you never give me any answers. Just more questions. Like, who's out to get you? What's going on with me? How come you know so much about me?
I plan to answer all your questions today, April.
Not like this.
By the time you go to sleep tonight, your world will have changed, and nothing will ever be the same.
You're just being cryptic again. It's like soap opera sex. Lots of boring dialogue, and when they finally go to bed, everything's dark and covered by
No way
blankets.
out of here. Did you know
You
that?
want the full Monty then?
There's no way out of it.
Come with me. Come outside.
It's just
No more talk.
they just lead
I
back
will show you
inside.
the truth.
There is.
This is probably as good a place as any. At least there's no one around to see, except rats.
To see what?
Stand back, señorita.
What for? What are you doing?
Why, Alice? I'm sending you through the looking glass.
Oh, buddy.
What? What is that? Please tell me it's a hologram.
It's a mirror to reflect your dreams.
I don't see anything, just light.
Oh, you have to step through.
Step through that? Oh no, I don't think so.
This is the moment of decision, April. All time, past and present, revolves around this moment. The destiny of worlds is in your hands. But you must make the choice on your own. La vida es corta. You must decide how to live it best.
Wait a minute, did it? Does it still say I'm playing Dead by Daylight? Oh my gosh. It changed the longest journey like 6 times in my title. Changed it back to Dead by Daylight.
All right, I'll do it.
Vamos. Enter the light.
Don't say that. It sounds too ominous. Just tell me what's gonna happen.
You're about to take the first step on the longest journey of your
Oh,
life.
they said it. They
But
said it.
don't worry. I'll be waiting right here.
I must be insane to do this.
Yes, it's pretty much a given.
What? I'm sorry, did he just say I'm insane? Rude. Alright, let's walk through the swirling light.
Oh, I almost forgot. When you're ready to come back, pay a visit to a friend of mine called Westhouse, Brian Westhouse.
He almost completely forgot to tell me how to get back. 10 out of 10, Cortez. About to send April Ryan to her death. What?
Vaya con Dios, child. And may the balance protect you.
Cortez? Cortez! I have a bad feeling about this. Wait, what was the name Cortez told me to remember? Westhouse? Brian Westhouse? I think that was it. Cortez said to look him up when I wanted to go home. Well, I want to go home now.
Okay, but first can we like... No, that's just looking at yourself again. Oh. She's not even looking at the crazy artwork on the walls. Oh, there's just random priest.
Hello? Hi.
Et tu? Emile, tu vas?
Huh.
Do you speak English? Parlez-vous français? Habla español?
Aku, sta kayan paras. Inomalante kandra, ton maris orethesiton. Aku kandi. Good. Niranton alvoch. Sank al koda magic. Torante. Salhe. Naven. All tongue.
What does Altum mean?
Maris. Tu vernelian aran tu torank lock eton.
Who are you?
Ken esang Maris ortona. Magigean pose ton. Sare alvoca im iriam tue
Right.
ethium.
Where am I?
Sankis tue. Tonan tu ken alvoch. E magican ian ton an asans.
Where's Cortez?
Tu tone e ken. Tu ken vernilia fata tim tu vermilian ton. Aku tu fata. Sequandare. Ken estare. Ton. Aku kandi. Good. Niranton al voce. Sank al coda magic. Torante. Salhe. Naven. All tongue. Al orta I beginning. Parasim tin you. You have thiesa I magic I Sara. I the knowledge. Aritua ya I tue by generations e umani. Knowledge of all tongue. Now you have allowed the magic to enter your heart, and the knowledge of all tongue, ever present but dormant, to guide your ears and your tongue.
I understand you. You speak English? Why didn't you just tell me straight away?
No, child. I do not speak English. I speak Naven, all tongue, the common language of Arcadia.
Oh, buddy.
Wait a second. How did I get here? What is this place, and who the hell are you?
Oh, my manners have abandoned me yet again. I'm afraid my preoccupation with ancient texts and the company of my fellow fathers have left me unequipped with the grace of social intercourse.
Meaning what?
That I have been rude. My name, dear child, is Tobias Grensret, and I am the Vestrum of the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance. We are the Fathers.
Okay. I'm April. April Ryan.
I take it this is your first shift, your first passage through the Divide?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I guess this is my first shift.
Then I will explain everything. Someone must. You are without guidance, without a mentor?
Mentor? There's this guy Cortez. He assisted me, told me about magic and truth and dreams and portals. Crazy stuff. Well, it seemed crazy at the time, although now I don't...
Cortez? Ah, yes, Cortez. Very good, very good. Then come, let us proceed. Let me show you Mercuria, the grandest city of all ages.
Oh, is it gonna be better than Venice?
Explore Mercuria, April. See the sights, meet the people, and then, when you are ready, return to the temple. I will answer whatever questions you may have then.
Well, we can go to the stalls.
What the hell kind of animal is that?
It looks like the graphics are missing right here.
What a sorry-looking bird.
Hey, you don't look too polished yourself, lady.
Oops, I didn't know you could talk.
Didn't look as if you could talk either.
It's a talking bird. It's a game of some kind.
Want to test your skill and perception with a game of cups? There are prizes to be won.
What can I win?
Well, there's coin, of course. Double your bet or choose from a wide variety of exotic prizes. Like this antique Domari canter from Guyenne. A superb replica of Mount Tyranny cast in pure solid iron. A magic walnut from the once glorious island kingdom of Anciel. And this, unique bird.
Unique.
Get me out of here!
Keep your beak shut, you scraggly piece of... And he talks! Great for feasts and for the amusement of infants. He's our top prize, a real keeper.
How do I play?
You put your coin down on the table. I put a cup on top of it and shuffled it around with the other two cups. And all you have to do is guess which one hides your coin. And remember, no magic used and none allowed. This amulet right here will light up if you use magic. Then you'll be banned. For life.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
I don't have any coin.
Time is money, so make it quick.
Thanks.
Now, how about a game of cups?
Sorry, but I'm broke.
May the balance bring coin to your pocket, young lady, so that you may return to me and invest it in a game of cups.
Alright.
Maps, I got maps. Can I interest you in a map, miss? Top-notch, hand-drawn in quality ink by skilled sunwriters. Ain't no better in all the Northlands.
How much are your maps?
That depends, miss. I got a very nice one here of the border mountains for only 6 arons, fresh from the quill of a sunwriter. Maps, get your maps here.
Do you sell maps of the city?
Can't help you there, miss. The Guild of Tourism has monopoly on city maps. I can tell you're not from around here, or you'd know that. Got tons of maps of all the Northlands, though, from the city of Tyron to the Bay of Fire. Maps!
Where can I find the Guild of Tourism?
They're closed for the holidays.
Sure,
they
that
are.
makes sense. No maps for me today, thanks.
Fair enough, miss, but don't expect me to come running to your aid if you ever get lost in Riverwood. Without my maps, you'll probably end up a mole's dinner or worse. Maps?
Okay, what am I clicking on here?
Wonder if that's supposed to be anybody in particular, or just any old head.
Oh, jeez. Let's go to the city. Let's leave the city.
Those guys must be part of the City Watch. They look a hell of a lot more intimidating than the Newport cops, despite the lack of an exoskeleton. This guy's selling musical instruments. Most of these I don't even recognize. But he's got a drum in there and what looks like half a guitar and a couple of dried rabbit carcasses. Ugh.
Spoon man.
She's selling a variety of fresh fish. She's selling a variety of fresh fish. The walls look ancient. Marcuria must be at least as old as anything back in the real, in my world. Stout guardians of the city. Wooden, but stout. And that blue fire is way cool. Nuh-uh, they're awful.
Maps!
Bye.
Map!
No. Should probably be trying everything on both of them. Okay, maybe back to the temple? I don't know. You walk so
Excuse
slow.
me, Vestrum Tobias?
Tobias. Just call me Tobias, please. I require no ceremony from a distinguished guest such as yourself. Did you enjoy the sights?
I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. Walking around out there, seeing with my own two eyes things that can't possibly exist. I kept thinking, it's all a dream. I'll wake up at any moment now and everything will return to normal. But then I realized, I'm still here. It's real. I can touch it. I can smell it. And you know what? It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense here. Magic, alien creatures, parallel worlds. I don't believe in those things. I don't believe in fairy tales.
In your world, in Stark, there is no room for magic. That is, and always has been, the curse of science, the fallibility of logic and order. They leave no room for the imagination. If it does not fit into the narrow perception of the laws of nature that your world adheres to, it's a fairy tale. But then, magic has its downsides too. It's unpredictable. It invites chaos. It puts the balance in peril in a way that science alone never could.
I keep hearing about the balance and about Stark and Arcadia and... This is probably going to sound strange to you, but I'm clueless. I have no idea what this place is or what I'm doing here or... All I know is that something strange is happening in my world, I guess. I had dreams, and the dreams felt so real, and then things started happening in real life too. Things that couldn't happen, and
I think I will begin at the very beginning. I believe that is why you were sent here, to learn, to understand, to see for yourself. Like you said, you cannot believe in this place. Well, you will. After you have learned the truth, you will. Come with me, and I will tell you the story of Earth as your books never have. And when your eyes and ears are open to the truth, perhaps your mind will follow. We can only hope. Come. This is the true story of the balance, as observed by the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance, the Fathers. The Sentinel Minstrom committed this story to the pages of the scriptures and to these temple walls thousands of years ago, so that coming generations could learn and understand their past and their future. The wall paintings we are looking at became known as the Murals of the Balance, and it is through these images that I will recount our common history to you, April Ryle. The story begins and ends here, with this mural. Ages ago and in ages to come, the Earth was one, and magic and science existed side by side in nature and in all people. There was balance, and there was harmony.
You're saying there was just one world then?
One world, one Earth. Magic and science in balance with each other, within each and every living creature. The power to make the stars dance and to create life itself was within our grasp. But then, humankind began to exploit this divine power of two, and they saw fit to use it for their own selfish purposes. The balance of the cosmos was in peril. Unless something was done, unless man was humbled and learned to fear the power he wrought over cosmos, the twilight of chaos would fall upon Earth. It had happened before, in distant times and on distant worlds, and it would happen again. And every man, woman, and child of every people and every race would be devoured by the coming apocalypse. We were given a visitation then. The Drag Kin, having lived among us for untold generations, rose to offer their guidance and assistance in preserving the balance on our world.
The Drag? I think I've heard that name before.
Drag Kin, Draken, Dragons, whichever name they go by, they remain the eternal servants and custodians of the balance. There were 4 of them here on Earth, and of the 4, one who would found the order of the balance, the Sentinel. The first Minstrum were instructed that magic and science would have to be separated before the balance collapsed and brought untold disaster. Earth would have to be split in 2 equal parts. Arcadia and Stark. Magic and science, chaos and order. The first Sentinel were counted 13, 6 scientists, 6 magicians, and one who was between, the Drag Kin, our mentor, our custodian, our learned guide. Both magic and science were needed to perform this most difficult of tasks, to split a world in 2, to create 2 worlds from one.
Wasn't the use of that kind of power dangerous to the balance?
Yes, and so for this purpose, they built a tower to channel their powers and focus them on the divide that they would create. The Kin had brought a disc with them, a disc forged in the fire of their world.
Lots of
Placed at the
dialogue.
base of the tower, and the epicenter of the divide, the disc and the tower would become one, a conduit for the flow of magic and science. At the appointed hour, the 13 came to the tower, and with them a woman, whose destiny was decided by the purpose to which she had been born. She would be the first guardian, the human protector of the balance, who would stay in the tower for 1,000 years to watch over the 2 worlds, and to ensure that the flows of magic and science were always equal. And so the ritual began. One world was to become 2, separated by the balance, and each world visible to the other only by way of dreams. Who was ushered into which world was not an arbitrary choice, nor one taken lightly. For the magical creatures, the choice was simple. They had to go to Arcadia. Their kind would not survive in Stark. But for others, families were torn apart, lovers separated, and friends lost for all eternity. Encircled by the 12 and the one who would be guardian, the disc at the base of the tower began to spin faster and faster as more and more power flowed through it, until it was a blur. Darkness enveloped the tower, but the disc glowed brighter and brighter, reality turned, and in one moment, a new reality had been created and 2 new worlds born. In the tower there was silence. The original disk had disappeared, and in its place was a smaller counterpart, a similar yet different disk. Around and outside the tower, the world looked different. They were now between Stark and Arcadia, between reality and dream. This was the realm of the Balance and of the Guardian, and it would be her home for the next 1,000 years. The one who was kin picked up the disk and said, "This disk is a counterpart to the original disk, which has now become this realm, and the key to which has been split and divided in 4. The key is the disk, and the disk is this realm." This mystified the 12, and the one who was kin continued, "Know only this. The Guardian's realm cannot be broken unless the disk is broken. But nor can it be repaired without the disk being repaired. The 4 pieces, that is the key, will be given to the 6 of you who are to be taken to Arcadia for safekeeping. Yet the key will never be complete," he went on, "without the precious stones that adorn each piece. I will keep 1, and my fellow kin the 3 others. Should the day come when this realm must be repaired, or the worlds reunited, and that day will come, you will assemble the disk, and the kin will come together one last time." With that, 6 of the 13 went to Arcadia, and 6 to Stark, and the one who would be Guardian ascended to the throne. Witness the mural, where her dreams and hopes, her very soul, were locked away in the disk. In service of the Balance, these traits were nothing but barriers. Through new eyes, the imbalance between the worlds was as clear as the stars themselves to the Guardian, and with one thought, she channeled chaos from Arcadia and logic from Stark into the disk, and redistributed the power wherever it was needed. A new era had begun, the era of the Guardian. After they left the tower, 2 of the Drakkin went to Stark, the other 2 to Arcadia. The 6 who came to each world started what is now known as the Sentinel, the Order of the Balance. But while in Arcadia the Sentinel thrived, in Stark they did not. In Stark, the memories of magic and the Balance could not survive in the face of the new reality of natural laws, of logic, and of science. And soon, very soon, Arcadia became nothing more than legend, a myth, tales of fairies to recount to impressionable children, and stories to frighten and entertain around a fire. And while dreams still brought sights and sounds of Arcadia to those asleep in Stark, they were discounted as mere dreams and nothing more.
So that's it? We forgot about our past and about Arcadia? And that's the way things are? Then what's wrong with that? And why does magic from Arcadia seem to have begun leaking through to Stark?
That is another long story. But I can tell that you are tired of stories.
Hey, he's not wrong.
So I shall be brief. As I told you, while in Arcadia, the Sentinel grew in numbers and in strength. In Stark, while flourishing for a brief time, they were soon diminished and powerless. Some of the Stark Sentinel did not take kindly to this, and they berated the Arcadian Sentinel for their politics and teachings. The Stark Sentinel wanted people to work towards reunification, while their brothers did not. So the inevitable soon came to pass, and the Stark Sentinel parted ways with their Arcadian brothers, and named themselves the Vanguard. And while at first their philosophy was not so different from ours, over the years it changed radically. The Vanguard wanted the divide torn down, the worlds reunited, and the return to what they called the Glorious Ages, when humankind could control the forces of cosmos. But first they needed their own servant in charge of the balance, their own guardian. Now, every 1,000 years, a new guardian took the place of the old one, because no one can be separated from their souls for any longer than 1,000 years. Every 1,000 years, a new guardian was born. The balance provided the seed from which a new fruit grew. But now, it has been 200 years since the previous guardian, the 12th guardian, was to be replaced. Every new child born to the balance has been taken away by the Vanguard to be studied in an attempt to control them. In every instance so far, they have failed. But the 12th guardian could wait no longer. Only a short time ago, the disk in the tower shattered, and the guardian left his throne. The balance is now untended, and we have yet to find a new guardian. Unless we do so, the Vanguard may get their chance. And they may be able to place their own puppet on the throne to rule the balance according to their principles. And this we cannot allow. It will mean the end of Stark and Arcadia, and the dawn of an era of chaos. Now do you see?
Wait, I thought Arcadia was
I understand
chaos.
history. I can even accept it. But I don't understand why I'm here and what Cortez wants with me.
The balance is in peril, April. The Guardian has abandoned his tower. He has disappeared, and there is no one to take his place. He must be reinstated to protect the balance until a new Guardian may be found.
And what can I do? I'm nobody. I've just been having a lot of bad dreams.
But that's
You
where
are
you're
a
wrong.
strong shifter. I have not seen your like in my lifetime.
A shifter?
Someone capable of opening doors between worlds. A shift. A portal between the realms of Stark and Arcadia.
Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. Cortez was the one who opened the shift, and he just waved his hands around in the air. I don't think I'd be capable of opening a portal even if I had a magic wand.
Only a shifter's own power can allow her to travel. No one else can do this for her. Cortez only channeled your power to aid you. He would not be able to step through the shift himself.
Even if that's true, I don't have any control over my talent.
Not yet. But in time you will. How else do you intend to travel back to your world?
God, I hadn't even thought about that yet. Can't you help me?
I'm afraid not. Even if I could shift, I would not be able to channel through you like Cortez did.
So, I'm on my own?
If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them. But aside from that, yes. Yes, you are.
That's
Keep this
so
short, he said.
not cool.
No, it has been unseasonably warm. If you don't mind, I will return to my studies now.
Womp womp.
Thank you for listening to an old man and his long stories.
No, thank you. It's starting to make a little bit of sense now.
That is good news. Come see me again if you have any more questions.
Okay. Well, she's insane. What? April's diary? Wow. Oof. They wrote an actual diary. I don't know that I want to read all
I feel
that.
like someone's staring at me.
Alright. I'm gonna be right back. Don't go nowhere.